Uh, what's up, guys? So, I was going to do a part two to the video I made about mental illness in the holidays, but I decided not to. And instead, I'm going to try to cover a few different topics. I'm going to be all over the place because that's how I felt today. All over the place. So that's what I'm going to do. Please like and share this video. I'm trying to do something here. I'm trying to spread a message. And I don't think people really understand the severity. Because one person's words can make a whole lot of difference in the world. Too many people don't care, but I do. And if you watch this video and you agree with it and you find yourself like nodding, like, yeah, he's right, and you don't share it, what was the point? What was the point of watching it? Like, let me just go on with my day. This is dumpling. She wants my graham crackers. So, I still did want to talk a little bit more about mental illness around the holidays, but not too much. I mentioned before that my parents didn't do a very good job at loving me. But you know, whatever. It's fine. My dad texted me yesterday and the day before telling me that he loves me, but usually he's only, for the past couple months, he's only been doing that when he needs something. And I want to answer him, and I want to tell him that I want to talk face to face just so I can get things off my chest for myself. But I know that's not going to end good, because I had a dream that he showed up at my house and it ended with him being punched in the mouth because he doesn't know how to see my point of view, or he doesn't care. But whatever. I'm doing fine without him, so it's his loss. If you've never had graham crackers with peanut butter and milk, oh, you're missing out. I wanted to talk about now. For me, I can be really nonchalant about this topic. It's just I'm so used to talking about it. I'm comfortable with talking about it. And I'm sorry. It doesn't bother me anymore, because to me, if I let it bother me, it gives the person power. And we can't do that. We can't give them power over our lives and what we do. So the topic I'm talking about is rape and molestation. I was raped and molested by 3 different people a number of times from the age of 3 to 13. Not consistently, not consecutively, but from in that time period, 3 different people, more than once, by the same person. And I want to talk about this because it was bothering me today, because this damn cat is climbing up my leg. I was thinking about how I'm scared of men. Fuck, I'm scared of everybody, really. Because it wasn't just men that did it to me. It was a woman. Well, a girl. I was 3 up until 6. And she was like 12. But I'm scared of men. Now, not to say that I won't do what I have to do. Because I'm an adult now. Obviously, I'm not really, intimidated by men. It's more of like I don't trust men at all. Men just creep me out. Because I feel like men always just lie about everything. Growing up, I was scared of my dad because of what happened. I didn't like sitting in a car alone with any man. I didn't like doing anything alone with men. Even having male friends up until like high school was bothersome for me. No way, you're not getting that. Get the fuck out. I didn't know how to deal with it. So I just laughed about it. I made people laugh. And I did, the best I could. When I go to a work site and it's full of men, my anxiety is through the roof. I hate confrontation, but I'll be the one to confront somebody if it has to be done. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. That's always just stuck with me. And I don't want any sympathy. I just want people to feel comfortable about talking about what happened to them. You don't have to be afraid. I told somebody after the fact. I didn't know. I thought it was a normal thing. And I will be as honest as possible. I don't want to get banned from Facebook for saying what I'm going to say, but the first person that molested me, it was molestation. It wasn't rape. She didn't, we didn't have sex. There was no kind of penetration. She touched my penis, and she would make me touch her vagina. The second person was a family member, and he would always ask me to touch his stuff or suck it. And it's one thing that I laugh about is he wanted to give me a Frosty when I was like 6 for me to suck his dick. And I laugh that off because to me that's funny. Like, who does that kind of stuff? But now he's a heroin addict. He's probably gonna die soon, so fuck him, right? And the third person just took pictures of me and kind of molested me without me knowing. I didn't know until the cops showed up at my school, sitting and wanted to question me about what happened. just wanted pictures from MySpace, and I thought this gay guy could help me because he's gay, and he was really flamboyant, and he was good at taking pictures. But looking back now, the way he positioned my hands and stuff like that, I know. Hopefully I can figure out how to edit this fucking thing. So, I'm doing this, telling my stories, to help other people open up about theirs. You don't have to be afraid to speak about it. You don't have to be afraid to tell anybody. Even if you think that they're going to hurt you, I mean, you've already been hurt. And I'm sure being killed doesn't sound so bad when you're alone in your head with stuff like that. You know, I was young, so I'm way past it, but it happens to adults too. It happens to women all the time. That fucking pisses me off. Every time I see something in the news about a fucking rapist getting probation or 3 months in jail, like Brock Turner, for whatever reason, I want to get the fuck up, drive to wherever they are, and kill them. Murder them. Cut off their fucking nuts. Because I have a daughter. And if that ever happened, I wouldn't mind spending the rest of my life in jail. And speaking of kids, the fact that happened to me when I was so young, and it was by people that my parents trusted, I am a fucking nervous wreck when anybody comes around my kids. Anytime anybody's alone with my kids, that's not me or my girlfriend. Anytime anybody says anything that, you know, might be a trigger, even if it's something small. Frosties. Hearing Frosties is a trigger for me. And that's sad. But I still love them. So I see all this stuff on the news and on Facebook and wherever, and I don't want my kids to go out into the world. I don't want my son and daughter to go to school. I don't want my son and daughter to experience anything by themselves, because I had to. I had no fucking choice. Sure, I had people to tell, but they didn't act like they cared. They, you know, something was done, but only because, I mean, it had to be done. I didn't know. I was so young. I didn't know what really happened. It didn't, affect me emotionally. But, well, it did, but not when I was young, because I didn't realize, but when something happens to you like that when you're so young, certain things go along with that. Like, if people know that it happened to you, they're not going to want you to play with their kids. They're not going to want you around their kids. You're going to have people special people in your school, following you around, and you're going to have like special precautions taken care of. Or, special precautions put in place for you. That's what I had. I always had somebody follow me, somebody talking to me. When I was young, I experimented a lot too. I've always been interested in girls. Like from a young age, I was really sexual. And I think it was because of that. I always, I would slap girls' butts on the bus when I was young. And I would get in trouble. I didn't know why. I just, touching was normal. And when I was 12 years old, I had an adult tell me, one of my father's friends, tell me that I could not play with his daughter because of what happened to me. He said that he didn't want me around his kids because of what happened to me. And his wife said that when I got older, I was about 18, she said that the people that talk about it usually turn into rapists. Imagine that fucking shit. Imagine that being put into your fucking mind. I was 18, but I'm like, really? You think I'm going to be a rapist because I'm talking about my problems? So, if you parents ever have to deal with that, I'm here. I'll help you. I dealt with it. I dealt with everything that came with something like that happening at a young age. Everything that is going to happen, if it happens, fucking forbid it happens, just know that there's somebody here that you can talk to. Somebody that you can turn to, somebody for advice. Somebody that you can really trust. Because I know what it's like. And for anybody that it's ever happened to, if you're quiet, open up. Message me. Tell me. If you don't want to tell anybody else, you have to tell somebody. Tell me. Because I understand. I understand it's hard. I was put into therapy at such a young age, it didn't fucking help at all. I've had to overcome it myself, and you will too. Or we can do it together. But the whole point of all that was, my biggest fear in life is that I'm going to leave my kids with somebody that I trust, and it's going to happen to them. That's my biggest fear. That's why I don't ever want to leave my kids with anybody. That's why I'm so protective of them. I am always on edge when anybody's around them. Always anxious. Always, analyzing what people are saying, or, their movements, how they move, extremely minute details that most people wouldn't worry about. But I'm fucking avidly paying attention to it. So, there's that. Let's move on. Another thing that bothers me is people make excuses as to why they decide to disrespect people's personal space and their body. Somebody says no, it's fucking no. Children, doesn't matter. People seem to think that just because they're children, they don't have rights to their own body. Are you fucking kidding me? Let somebody say that about my kids. I'll break your fucking hands. I don't mean to be so aggressive, because obviously nothing's happening right now, but you understand. It's just so frustrating. I'm a man, but I don't understand how men think. I don't understand the locker room talk. Whatever. I've had my fucking instances with, objectifying women, but it was never, to the point where I once heard a guy at a job talk about his wife like she was a piece of meat. It's disgusting. Even if you're joking for your buddies, that's gross. You should talk about your woman to your friends. I don't have friends, so I don't talk to anybody besides my kids and my wife and whoever she has around. Yeah, it's just stupid. I don't understand. I've always been surrounded by women. I've never been the type to, have many guy friends. I've always connected more to women, and I like it that way. Because women, even though, they can be crazy, most of the time they want to understand, and they don't want to just fucking treat you like you're shit. I mean, there's some that do, but most of the women that I've dealt with, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Ain't nothing wrong with them. A lot of women are insecure, and it makes me upset. I mean, everybody has, their flaws, but if you focus on them, they're gonna just stand out more. Focus on focus on your beauty. Whatever, any little thing that you think is, good about you. I have big fucking ears. Look at those fucking things. They're huge. I got a big honker. Big nose. But I don't care about that. I don't give a shit because I'm beautiful. Just like you. Alright. There was something I wanted to talk about. It was important in my head. Maybe it wasn't that important, but I wanted to talk about people, I guess, people in general, and how they view life. I know a lot of people that think that because they've helped you, they can treat you however they want. And if you don't accept that, you're ungrateful. Imagine that. Like, imagine being told you're ungrateful because you don't want to accept negative behavior. Like, really? I know people that talk a big game constantly, always talking about themselves, talking about how many asses they can beat and this and that, but throw a fit at the slightest fucking mention of, something that they believe in, even if it's stupid, like a football team or a fucking, I don't know, a team that they like, their team that they followed for their whole life, that they really think matters in the grand scheme of things. So they get upset, they throw a fit. They throw a fit about their football team or their hockey team or their basketball team or their baseball team. The way that they claim that liberals throw fits about things that actually matter, like human rights. Sorry, we care about other people, pal, and all you care about is your fucking football team. Sorry I broke your heart because fucking Jets lost. Sorry I broke your heart because they didn't fucking get to the Super Bowl. Cry me a fucking river. There's real things going on in the world, buddy. Cry about the fact that people in Syria have nowhere to go. They're getting bombed. And we're building a wall to keep them out. To keep out people in general. I get it. I get that you want people to come in here legally. But, I mean, America's based on immigrants, you stupid fucks. Everybody that came here was illegal. I see people post shit on Facebook and they seem to forget that I know them in real life. Like, I know that what you're posting is just for likes or whatever, or for attention. Or they're, Facebook isn't serious, but when you're posting about a serious topic, then it becomes serious. You can't just post about something like fucking rape culture and think it's a joke, because it's not. Or mental health. It's not a joke. It matters to people. Just like your football team matters to you. It's the same thing. Except, over on this side, we're upset about things that actually matter, that affect everybody. Syria's getting bombed, and it affects us. If you're a human, you don't care, you're cool. You're cool for not caring about anybody but yourself and your stupid football team or your baseball team. Or your buddies that you go to the bar with every fucking day because your life sucks and all you want to do is drink and talk about your football team. I've had a very up and down day today. And it comes out of nowhere all the time. I'll be fine, and then my mood will just fucking change like that. And I won't know what happened, but I won't want to be around anybody, but I have 2 kids, so I have a family, so I have to deal with it. I won't want to do anything besides lay down and sit and do nothing. But like I said before, I've been writing down almost every day 3 things I'm grateful for. And it helps a lot, even if it's, if you miss a day, fine. But try to do it every day, because it helps a lot more than you think it does. I always write down I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my animals, and something else that always changes, like food or a roof over my head. And it's helped a lot. I can't stand some people, man. I don't understand how grown-ass adults can live their lives with no common courtesy, no respect for others, and just, think it's okay. I can't fucking stand it. I shouldn't let it affect me the way it does, or bug me, but it just fucking pisses me off so bad. Like, if somebody lets you borrow something, you should take care of it, because it's not yours. But for most people, it's not the case. It's not mine, so I don't care what happens to it. Where did that mindset come from? Why do we have that mindset? I know a lot of good people, and I know a lot of good people that do a lot of shitty things. And just because they do shitty things doesn't mean they're bad people. But there's a point where, like, if you keep doing those shitty things, you become a bad person. If you don't stop your fucking shit, knock your shit off and get your shit together, then you're gonna become a bad person. This message is for somebody specific, and I hope he realizes I'm talking to him. Get your shit together and stop fucking up so much. Stop doing what you're doing because you got kids. I know, I don't know what you're going through, but you need to do better for them.